What's up, guys? Happy Friday. This is Steven Morales, host of the Deal Desk. You guys know that every Friday at 12 p.m. EST, I make live calls on your leads. I decided to try something a little bit different today. I think it's going to benefit a lot of people because when I call your leads, I mean, they're all kinds of different places, different motivations. Some are actually cold, you've never spoken to, but something I want to try out today, and maybe we might start doing this once a month. We'll see how it goes. But what if we just called inbound leads, like people that filled out a form? I want to bring up different people in the industry that I respect that have a different style, same mission, different style, but everybody will learn something. I want to have some good conversations. We might get some accepted offers, some contracts. We might get yelled at. But what I want to do is bring up the company that provides these leads. Let me tell you about this. I get pitched a lot on, there's so many different lead sources out there, outbound, inbound, direct mail. This PPC company does this PPL company does this. It's very noisy out there, right? And I decided to give these guys a shot. And what I really like about them is that they target the homeowner, not necessarily the property. And I found that that's actually a lot more effective. Not only that, you're not really competing with anybody. You're really claiming the market. So I'll bring them up. I'll let them explain a little bit more about it. We've closed a lot of deals. I think quarter four has been the best quarter of the year. We're finishing strong, but I'm really happy with these guys. Nothing but quality. They've over-delivered. We're consistently closing deals, and all we're doing is inbound. We are using some AI driven for dollars, some JVs and stuff. I also want to bring up Steve. He's going to be the one calling some of these leads with me, and I want him to talk a little bit more about what he has cooking on the AI side. But first, let me bring up Drew and Craig from Leadhouse. What's up, guys?
Hey, man.
What's happening, brother?
Dope to be here.
Up, man? So I know this is the second time around. Today, we're going to try something a little bit different, but man, listen, there's a lot of PPC companies, PPL companies, just a lot of people selling leads. What makes you guys different? What's the secret sauce? What makes you guys different? Why should people look into you and give you a shot?
I'd say one is that we've been in this business before. We've actually done deals. We kind of came up with this idea because we had just saw this gap in the marketplace. I have a digital marketing background, and Craig has a real estate investing background. And so in order to buy properties ourselves, we were using PPL companies. We're doing a lot of inbound stuff. And we decided that we should build a system for ourselves internal. So we built an inbound property acquisition using PPC and digital advertising internal. And it was working so well. We were blown away at what the competition was providing compared to what we were getting for ourselves. So we actually saw a bigger opportunity to bring to market a reliable, affordable, high quality, distress motivated seller lead generation company than it was for us to just continue to acquire properties and do wholesaling ourselves. And so between Craig's real estate background and my digital marketing background, I spend about $1 million a month on paid ads. I've spent over $100 million in total on paid advertising across Facebook ads, Google, Instagram, LinkedIn, Snapchat, TikTok, etc. And we realized that probably no one can stand toe to toe with us with the quality, the reliability, and the affordability of the leads we can generate. The other thing we realized was that there's this just kind of vampire mentality of just leads being resold and resold and resold, and just being this market's being sucked dry and then resold to multiple investors. So I don't know if anyone watching has experienced this, where you buy a lead and you're the 100th person they've talked to that week. And maybe that exact same provider has sold that lead to multiple different people of your competitors in your own market. So we operate on an exclusive basis where all of our leads are inbound. The way we have it set up is most of the time we're the first people these people have talked to. So we're the first people giving offers on the leads. And on top of that, you don't have to worry about competing for our services with other people in your market. These truly are exclusive for you and your market.
Nice.
Did you say anything, Craig?
I think you said it all. Also, our business model is our client's business model. So whatever they say is a quality lead, that's how we're building the campaign. The funnel, the criteria, the pixel, the algorithm, what they get for leads is what they want for leads, right? If not, the seller never makes it through. So if they want to dumb it down to, hey, I only want leads in this area, this style of home, this year built, yada, yada, that's only what they're going to get.
Yeah. No, that's great. And I've used a few PPC, PPL companies, and one of the biggest frustrations, maybe I can speak for other people, is that they've talked to probably, I don't know, four other people. You just never know what you're gonna get, Now, I've noticed that ever since I kind of made the switch to you guys, gave you guys a shot, it's just quality, and it's consistent. It's consistent, it's quality. I mean, I got to do more case studies of the deals we've closed, but it's just been great, and it's a lot different. I know out of all the companies out there that you guys are definitely one of the best, and it's been proven. But what can we expect today? What are we looking at today? What are we calling today?
Hot leads, man.
Yeah, hot leads that have been generated today across the United States, but in cities where the metropolitan area has to be about within an hour of 100,000 population metropolitan city. So it may be some suburbs and areas, but we're targeting, but we're going kind of nationwide. We find that's really the most effective way. And then we are getting people with we get the reason for selling. We, as a company, we don't like to just focus on the who and the where, like, right, the who they are and where the property is or what the address of the property is. We want the who, what, when, where, why, how. So we're going to know why they're looking to sell it before you guys talk to them. We're going to know what condition it's in before you guys talk to them. Pretty much we're going to have the full scope of like what this person's going through, so that when you guys get on the phone with them, hopefully you have a good idea of like what your starting point will be, like how to approach this conversation, what kind of they're going through. If they are saying they're going through foreclosure, that lead is probably going to be a little bit more hot than someone who just says they're looking to relocate, right? So that's what we're dealing with today.
Awesome. And where can people get a hold of you and get in contact with you and learn a little bit more about you? Because I know you guys are going to be actually making some changes soon, not only more services, but you're actually going to be a lot more picky with the kind of clients you bring on. Just because I like to tell everybody, regardless what company out there you use, when it comes to inbound leads, they're only as good as the closer, right? They're not contracts that fall in your lap. You have to do the follow-up. You have to do the dispo. You have to do the TC. You have to have a team. And if you're good at acquisitions and your follow-up game is good, your negotiation skills are good, then you can expect some results. But where can people learn a little bit more about you, maybe get on a call with you?
At Leadhouse 365 on Google, or I'm sorry, on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and then leadhouse365.com. They can, check us out, book an appointment, call us, our number, all of our contact information is there.
Are you guys able to tell the people a little bit more about what you guys are working on at all?
Yeah. So right now, as we're doing PPC, we're fine tuning and optimizing our PPC for commercial real estate, right? So multifamily, vacant land, mobile parks, industrial, all types of things like that. So we're still in the refining stages of it. It'll go live early next year or this coming year. So in a few months, but high hopes on that. And then, it should do everything that we're doing right now for the residential side, just with bigger assets.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm looking forward to that. Awesome, guys. Well, hey, if you want to stick around, I'm going to bring up Steve. I know he's working a few things, and I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Sounds good, man.
Let's do it.
All right. So I'm bringing up the legend, Mr. Steve Trang, out of Arizona. He's also cooking a few things up. Maybe he can tell you guys a little bit more about it. Steve, what's up, man?
What's going on, Steven?
What?
Not a whole lot. I'm honored. I'm honored you reached out to me to
you
be
got
back on here.
That's the Closers Olympics belt? Oh no, that's CG. That's CG.
No, that's CG. No, the Closers Olympics. I never got one of those belts. It was I don't know. I don't want to say rigged, but you and I didn't win it, so obviously they didn't pick the best player.
It is what it is. Are they even? Oh, you have the hat though, don't you? You have the hat.
Let's see. Do I have it?
Other
Do
side.
I have that hat somewhere?
I think that's the logo.
Yeah, we had to put some decoration here. Yes.
Maybe we'll do that again in the future. So Steve, what are you up to nowadays? I see a lot of AI stuff. What do you got cooking?
Well, we are taking the lead in taking sales into the AI world. So, there's a lot of people talking about AI and this and that, but not a lot of people talking about sales and AI. And so we have really gone all in, and we rolled out in March call reviews, so automatic call reviews with AI. We rolled out, honestly, probably not May, maybe June. We rolled out role-playing bots, so you can role play with AI. And then a couple months after that, we rolled out an AI bot to call all your new PPC leads. So you have instant speed of lead, like 2 seconds. And also you can take calls weekends, nighttime, holidays. So we rolled that out. And then what we rolled out 2 weeks ago is a follow-up bot. So basically, like, you just go in there and you just tell your CRM, hey, call these people, and our AI is going to call them and just transfer them over. And I think the thing that I'm most excited about is that I've been very, very passionate about sales for several years. I think a lot of people know me as our sales training part, in addition to our podcast Disruptors. But I haven't talked as much about my engineering background. And so, like, we were able to build a lot of really cool stuff with just me doing all the building, right? So I built out all the AI except for the bot itself. Ian Ross and our team built that out, but I built out everything else: the interactions, the systems, the integrations, the database, the front page, all that other stuff, right? So it's easy for people to just connect their Zapier and have leads. They can have our AI call their leads, book appointments for them at any time.
Dang. What do you see? I mean, how far do you see this stuff going in our industry, like in the next 5 years? What is that?
I think in the next 5 years, I think if you're not sitting down face to face, belly to belly, I think you're going to be in trouble in the next 5 years. Our goal internally is to have AI be able to buy a house over the phone by June of next year.
By June of next year. Dang.
That's our goal.
Wow.
Right. So, because we've taken everything we know about sales and we've put it into AI, right? And other people are trying to do it. So we're not the only ones trying to do it. But the difference here is, I'm the oldest of 6 boys, and all 6 of us all have engineering degrees. So I got one brother who quit his job full time to work here, and he's building out the LLM. I got another brother who's doing crazy stuff with LLMs for the last 2 years, who's an advisor. And then we're on a Discord, right? There's 6 of us in a Discord. We don't talk about this stuff, but at any moment I say, hey, I'm running into this. I got 5 other engineers in that Discord that can help us move this ball forward. So I'm in a very, very unique space. It's very, very exciting.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I'm really excited to see that. This AI stuff is just growing on so rapidly. I feel like there's new stuff coming out every day. Do you feel, some people are afraid they're going to lose their jobs. Do you feel like it's going to affect realtors and investors, or do you feel it's more of a pro than a con for the people to learn how to use it?
Well, it's a pro for everyone that learns how to use it. But I mean, like, I think at some point we're all just going to work for Elon Musk. I think that's probably what's going to happen, right? I think we're all going to either work for Elon Musk or we're going to get universal basic income from the robots. I have a very, very dark outlook on what's going to happen here. And the reason why is because I'm in it. I'm doing it. I'm seeing how powerful it is, right? Like, I'm reading the latest, on Reddit, on Twitter, on Discord, what's going on. Everyone that's not paying attention to it is going to be in a little bit of trouble.
Dang. Yeah, this stuff's moving rapidly. I'm really excited to see what you guys have coming out. But before Skynet arrives, we're going to call some leads today. Are you ready?
Yeah. I'm ready. I mean, you pulled me out of retirement. So if I sound rusty, just give me.
I mean, you got to come out of retirement for a little bit before you're.
Just give me a little bit of grace. Give me at least 2 calls to warm up, and then I'll be full back at it.
You're good. So the first one, let's see, where's this at? I don't even know how to pronounce that city.
Terre Haute.
Terre Haute. There it is.
I hope.
Terre Haute. Okay. And that is Mrs. Timberman. Timberman. And she wants to sell because she's looking to downsize and it needs some work. She needs to sell the property ASAP.
Yep.
So I'll pull this up here.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of us here. This is cool. This is great. Awesome. Here, I'm going to fix this real quick, or I'm going to modify this real quick. Cool. All right. I'm calling first?
Yep.
All right, cool. Let me pull it up.
All right.
Telephone phone number 81220.
Do you double dial?
I just did, but there's something wrong with that number,
You should put in the wrong
unfortunately.
number. Let's go to Wakefield, Michigan.
All right.
Wakefield, Michigan. I hear it a little bit.
Hello?
Hi, Destiny.
Yes.
Hi, this is Steve. I'm calling because you just filled out a form looking about selling your property over on Harrison Street.
Yes.
Hope I didn't catch you at a bad time.
Oh, that's all right. I'm at I appointment with my daughter.
Okay. You got 15, 20 minutes to chat?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, perfect. So, before I even get into all this, can I just share with you quickly how these conversations normally go?
Okay.
So generally homeowners, they want to know, when they fill out a form, how these conversations work, how the process works, how much money they're going to walk away with on the sale of the home, and when exactly they're going to get their money.
Yes.
Am I missing anything there?
No.
Okay, perfect. And obviously for me to figure out if this is a house that we'll be able to buy, I'm going to ask you some questions. Sometimes these questions might come across as personal. Is that going to be okay?
That's fine.
All right, awesome. I appreciate that. And the one thing I ask is that, at the end, if the price that we can pay doesn't make sense for you, you just go ahead and tell me no. Can you do that?
Okay.
Okay, cool. And likewise, if I figure out that this is not a house I'll be able to buy, are you going to be okay if I tell you that?
No, it'd be the end of my world.
It'd be the end of your world? Oh, I don't want to do that to you.
I was just joking.
Okay, all right. And if it makes sense for us to work together, what that means is I'll actually be sending you over some documentation that basically says what we agreed. Does that work for you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, great. And, one of my biggest concerns is sometimes you sound very friendly. Sometimes we've had homeowners, they're afraid to hurt our feelings. So instead of telling us no, they told us that they needed to think about it. Can you promise me you won't do that? I promise you, you cannot hurt my feelings.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, if it's not sound reasonable, then obviously I'm going to tell you no because, it's not, there's no point in wasting either of our time,
I agree. So I guess I'm looking here. It says time for a change. What does time for a change mean?
I didn't feel like you guys wanted an essay.
What's that?
I didn't figure you wanted a full essay of everything. It's beautiful up here and there's some really amazing people, but I mean, it seems like it's more of a man's world, to be honest. And I'm living with it. I've got 6 children, went through a lot of abuse, and the community was okay with it. I mean, to the point that my son had 23 staples put into his head. And my ex, we were married for 20 years. I mean, we went through extreme abuse, cigarettes put out, things like that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And he got away with it all. And sorry.
That's okay.
There's no child support regularly sent. We barely get any kind of food assistance because we're not from the area, and they give what they want. I mean, I have a full-time job, but I also have 6 children. I know my oldest is 23, but he's still my child.
Yeah, he is.
He's actually, I'll be a grandma on the 18th of this month.
Wow, congratulations.
He makes his arrival sooner or later, but I'm very proud of my son for, he's got a CNA and, anyhow, just there's a lot there, not getting the correct pay at work when I've got, 20 years experience at McDonald's, and just the new general managers coming in, men telling me that we're going to switch up, wash, rinse, sanitize, and flop it the other way, and just ignorant things. And his response to me is, it's because I am in charge now and I can. The manager's office is no longer for anyone else. It's his office. We can only go in there to do the tills, and that's about it. it is just a lot of the hateful, and I feel like it's time for a change. I work 3 jobs to pay off my house, and I mean, I don't really need a house that big anymore. And, they're all starting at my youngest. Like I said, I have 6 children. My youngest is 15, and I'm looking for a change.
Wow. I can't believe that. I think between the abuse and the fact that he just told you this is the way it's going to be.
Yeah.
At work.
Oh, I forgot to add in the fun part of my furnace went out, and I called to get some help, because I try to Google and figure out things, and I'm pretty handy, but again, men have more strength. I'm not going to lie. Usually men are stronger, so, I figured out the part. I called the company, but it was on a Sunday, and he was really nice, and he told me, save me money. Go ahead and call them back on Monday, and it would save me money. The part would be about $300. Guy comes out on Monday, and he decides he's going to charge me $600 for the part the guy told me would be $300. The exact same company.
Wow.
Then he charges me $15 for gas. It's not a lot, but that's like what I make in an hour. So to charge me that for gas, if you're already on a call in Bessemer and you're going to be in Wakefield, that to me, that's just not okay. I'm struggling here. I was out of work for 2.5 weeks because I had to have surgery. It's just. And then when I Google the exact part number, the model, and everything online, Walmart sells it for $132, the blower motor part I needed.
Wow.
And
so
then
it's
the most
crazy
expensive
upsell.
one was $300. So it's just like, same thing with my vehicle is repairs. Is like I figured out I just can't do the work myself. And for them to overcharge me because I am a woman, or to break something intentionally that was not broke, or silly things like, why would you leave an oil cap off if I paid you $70 for an oil change? I could have blown my motor.
Seriously.
And it's there's just a lot, and I'm like I said, I'm at wit's end. Where's the nice people? I know there is some, but it's getting hard to feel like there's
what do you
community for us.
So basically, is staying there an option, or you're basically I'm 100% out of here?
Most likely, yeah. If I sell, we would move.
Where would you go?
Move. I'm not sure. I have some family in Indiana. I have some family in Iowa. Family in South Dakota. So, or just maybe Oregon looks pretty. Just I'm not sure. I'd sit down with the ones that I still have at home. My daughter is 19 and 16, and then my youngest son is 15, so it'd be 3 of us figuring it out.
So if I was able to put some money in your pocket today, when would you want to be there?
I'm assuming I would hopefully get at least the customary 30 days.
Oh yeah, 30 days is totally fine.
So I would know for sure that I have a job's lined up, and all the adulting things, a place to live.
Yeah, and if we needed to be flexible, we needed to close earlier, we can close later. Whatever is easiest for you, we can definitely work with you. So what have you tried to do? It sounds like you've got the weight of the world between your car, the repairs, I think you said the blower, and everything else. How are you making ends meet?
I owe Cash App money. I owe I owe my bank money. Yeah.
Oh, so
you pay that. It's
you're behind.
Yeah, I'm behind on a lot, and it's hard. I have a boyfriend, and it's like, can I borrow this? And right now I don't owe him anything, but it sucks because
How behind are you?
Nothing is past due.
That's
I've
good.
been able to balance to where I just owe the bank approximately, I want to say $3,300. Cash App, I think in total 400, I believe. But I've got my payments coming. Like I said, as I'm pretty good at adjusting, balancing, and hey, I'll pay this. So no disconnects or anything.
That's good.
Again, like I said, is I try to adult the best I can. But like I said, is I was out of work for 2.5 weeks, and they have failed to put me in the schedule for this coming week, and to me, that I find it, upsetting at work, but because I have been there so long and I do have the background and knowledge of McDonald's, that I feel like I should be able to advance. I know that I had taken management certifications in Indiana. That's where I was born and raised, and they did not care.
How long were you there?
Currently the McDonald's I'm at now, or in Indiana?
In McDonald's in general.
I think I have 20 years experience if you total it. I'm 42.
20 years experience. And
my first job was 14 at McDonald's. And like I said, as I was certified in Indiana, but they didn't want to acknowledge it because I'm just a woman. I was told straight to my face they would not pay me the overnight differential 7 years ago when I was at this McDonald's. But, you have to have a job and you do what you can do. I mean, I've had other jobs here and there. Like I said, I worked 3 jobs to pay off my house. But it's frustrating because I'm a human being,
Yeah, they just put someone right over you.
Yeah, they don't care. I mean, and being talked out too, and it's frustrating. If I know I'm making the money, I always offer, the better deal. If you buy this sandwich, you get another for $1. All the, know, and I mean, I know in Indiana, like they gave me awards for making money, for the company. Like it wasn't a lot, but like a $20 gift certificate here and there because they see the profits that I bring in, or the good positive feedback from customers, and it's just,
yeah,
it's frustrating,
very frustrating. So I guess going back to, you were saying you got you got 2 or 3 kids that are not adults. You got 2 adult kids and 1 that's close. I guess if this worked out, where is the ideal place you like to be?
Not a city.
Not in the city, of course.
I like more of smaller living. We like some things, a couple restaurants and whatnot, but I honestly don't know. I know we even looked at Missouri when I was talking to the ones that are still at home.
Yeah.
Because it's, I do have family in Iowa and Missouri, and it just, I'm not positive. Like I said, I just know that I'm over it. This area is.
What, so for you to be able to pack up and go, what are the things you're going to need? I mean, obviously, you said you got some car issues. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, it's a 2006 200 and I think 40,000 miles on it.
Oh wow. Okay. So,
yeah, but I do my oil changes and like I said, the maintenance. I think I've put in 4 water pumps now, so we'll have 4 water pumps put in.
Okay. So, I guess ultimately, what would you need for you able to make this move, whether across to a different part of town or just to move it to a different state?
Enough money. Sell my house. That's the only thing I keep thinking of.
Yeah.
Because if I sell my house, I should hopefully have enough money to purchase as another home in an area, and I am educated that I can find a job.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking right now between the 3,400, I think between the bank and the Cash App, being able to move was probably another $3,000-$4,000. How much more would you need on top of that to start over?
I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm assuming, I'm hoping. I know people have told me my house is worth $100,000. But again, it does need updating and repairs in certain areas.
What kind of updating?
Well, again, my ex was extremely abusive, so there is some walls with holes. There is a kitchen countertop that has, it's missing part of it where he smashed a game system. And then expected me to buy him another one.
Of course.
Yeah. Like punch marks in the ceiling and our living room. I mean, just, marks of, abuse, where people were thrown or, just.
Got it. Well, I had a chance to do some well, I guess looking at this, I mean, I'm hearing there's a lot of frustration, a lot of overwhelm. You're getting taken advantage of. And so it sounds like this is something that you want to take care of right away.
Yeah. I just like us to be able to be happy, you know?
Yeah.
And I know that the kids don't even feel, I mean, they feel the same way. It's just, I can add in, I was on the weatherization waiting list for 5.5 years. But apparently, Go-Get-It County, this is the county I'm in, has lost their privilege to weatherization. So now Iron County is in charge. They finally contacted me and said that they're willing to come out this on the 18th of this month, you know, to help. Doors are fully sealed and windows and things like that because, yeah. But
got it.
again, it's
So typically, what we found, Destiny, that there's a couple of things that can stop us from working together. There's either the timing of the situation, which sounds like we're pretty clear on that. Maybe some other people that want to get involved in this conversation, or the amount of money you'd walk away with. Which of those three might actually prevent us from working together today?
the amount of money I would walk away with because I just want to make sure that I have enough to get us a new home to start our new lives.
Got it. Okay, so if we could agree on price, then you're saying then that you're the only person that needs to make the call.
Yes, I'm the only one on the title and everything. If that's
Okay.
what you're
Got it.
asking.
Okay, so I'm looking here online, and I'm seeing cash purchases. And this isn't my offer. I'm just seeing what cash purchases online are in the surrounding areas. I'm seeing cash buyers paying somewhere between 35 and 40,000 for a cash transaction. I don't know what the condition of those properties were, but if someone came along and offered you 35,000, what would you see yourself doing then?
No, because the last cash offer when I first got my divorce in 2021 was $65,000 cash.
65,000.
But at the time I could not move. The courts were, we won't get into that. They actually took two of my children during COVID because it made those people money, and they told me to my face that that's why they did it.
Wow.
Yeah, like I said, I have 6 children, but they just picked 2 of them to take. And they went through abuse, it was different and nobody cared. I mean, why would a foster mom? And, I'm not going to.
Yeah. So
it's again.
Okay. Yeah. And that sounds terrible. 65,000 in 2021. The market's kind of gone. I don't know how much you read about like what's going on with the market going down. Have you read anything about that?
I haven't.
You said you haven't?
No.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like there's this craziness that's going on right now. I don't know if you paid attention to this president and everything's going on, but there's a lot of chaos and havoc going on right now.
Oh, I knew that much. I didn't know about the housing market, though. Sorry.
Yeah. So basically, like, it's killing interest rates, it's killing affordability. People don't know what they're going to do. And so, like, what we're finding a lot of the reason why homeowners are talking to us about selling their house is because when they go on with a realtor and this and that, even the realtor can't get the home sold.
Okay.
You're thinking very heavily right now. Like, what are you feeling?
I'm sorry, I did not catch that, what you had said.
Oh, I mean, it sounds like you're thinking really hard about what we're talking about right now. How are you, like, what are you feeling about everything we said?
Like I shared a lot.
Yeah. I mean, if I could get my partner to come up with the 40,000, what do you think would be? What would you say then?
I don't think 40,000 would be enough for us to move.
How much would you think it would be enough for you to move?
I think for sure I need at least the 65.
Yeah. I mean,
so I can purchase another home somewhere and just, make sure that I can pay for the move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Just
wish.
transporting our items, our belongings and whatnot. I don't want to just leave everything and start all over again. I know I tried that 10 years ago when I moved up here from Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
After both my parents died, I was like, okay, here we're going to go. And was really hoping it would make my marriage better. And he would become less abusive, but that was just dumb to think that.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I it sucks. I hear that way too often. I'm sorry that happened to you.
It's not your fault. It's upsetting when you call police or other people and they tell you that you should behave better. Don't wear makeup in public. Don't do this.
Wow.
Don't do that. And doesn't really help with anything.
Yeah.
Are your kids called because they're being choked out and they're being told just behave better, and it's like, no, maybe you shouldn't do that because that's abuse.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So I hear you. You're saying you need to get 65,000. I wish we could make that work. I think that, it sounded like it was really important to move, to get out of this town, to get caught up. I know you were saying that your current, nothing's past due, but you've got a lot of stress here, and then you got a manager that's basically misogynist, telling you what to do, when to do it.
My big thing is just changing. It's what it is. It's serve safe. It's OSHA. It's, why are, to me, it's mind blowing. Like it's been this way for decades, and it's regulation. How are you going to come in and then I don't know. It's just, to me, it's confusing. Why? And then to respond to me that, well, I'm the boss now, so I can do it however I want. I'm really hoping that they actually come in and they see what he's doing, because the dishes are going to get contaminated. You don't put dirty dishes near the dishwasher. It goes wash, rinse, sanitize, and it's in that motion, and it keeps things clean. And you don't put clean dishes where the dirty dishes are being sat. But
well, that's just common sense.
Yeah, a lot of it. But my understanding is he's on amphetamines, and it's people get too bored in the area, and so they don't like their teeth anymore, I guess. I don't know. It's upsetting.
So Destiny, I think here I really want to make this work for you. Your situation sounds really, really bad, and I want to be able to solve this problem for you. If we could do 59,000 and we can make this all go away, you don't have to deal with the manager anymore. We could get current. You don't have to fix anything. You leave whatever you want, and you can just start over. What if we could do that?
I think it would be a possibility. I would have to look online because I haven't looked at other houses or anything yet to see. Like I said, is my thing, and I just want to know that my children would have some sort of home. And I don't want to get into payments of this and that, because I have homeowners insurance and I keep up on all that, but
you're saying
I have to look at the whole big picture. If I could find a house that would be affordable enough to purchase and then still pay for the move and pay my debt so that I don't owe things.
Mm-hmm. What I'm hearing is that you're just unsure of what the future holds after you sell your house.
Well, there's always going to be the uncertainty of the future. You never know. But with the price that you're offering, if that's possible for me to look and see, the price of houses, let's say in Missouri, if I could find one and that would be near employment.
Yeah. What if we did this? What if we put it in place where I want to make sure what you were saying, that you have enough. What if we did instead that we'll put an agreement in place that we can see that, you can find something. And then, you call me back in a few days, say, hey, Steve, the 59,000, I can't find what I need.
Okay.
If we can
That
put
sounds
that.
good.
Okay. So, was there anything else that we didn't talk about? It sounds like I think we'll be able to help you here. Was there anything else here?
I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, there's, like I said, I was married for 20 years. I don't think you want to get into everything.
Yeah. Of course.
I mean, really, I mean, I've got pictures, I've got recordings. I wish I could find an attorney that would just take the case because, I mean, there's no reason that you're in a position to protect and serve, and even the justice, the judicial system, courthouse. It's you can't do that, but they did a lot of the things that they did, and it's because they can.
Right.
Land things on the other side, and they're their own little area.
So here's what I can do. I have your email address.
Okay.
From when you fill out the form. Are you near a computer?
No, I just have my phone currently on me.
Okay. How far are you away from your computer?
About an hour.
About an hour. Okay. Can you open your email from your phone?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you over an agreement right now.
Okay.
To your email.
Okay.
And then give me a couple minutes. I'm going to put you on hold 1 minute, okay? All right, Steven, you got all the information you need to send over the agreement? You're on mute. You're on mute, Steven.
I'm saying I'm filling it out right now. I said you're smooth like butter. I'm filling it out right now. Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Cool, perfect.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna let you know once it's ready, though. Okay.
All right, cool. All right. So yeah, we're filling out right now. I'm getting the document put together. Tell me again if you had to pick, like, I know you don't know which of the 3 locations, but if you had to pick, where would you go, Destiny?
Honestly, I'm thinking Missouri.
Missouri?
Yeah.
Why Missouri?
I know well, like I said, I have some family in Missouri as well as in Iowa, like my sister, and all of her siblings, and I know my daughters.
Your daughter's already down there?
No, my daughters are with me.
Oh, okay,
but my daughters are very close. They communicate daily with their cousins.
Oh, so, I see. Your daughters and their daughters. I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
Yeah. No, that's all right.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So that's great. That's great. What part of Missouri?
I'm assuming most likely the upper part of Missouri, because that way we're still near, or like closer to Iowa. Like I said, my sisters are in Iowa, so, but I have aunts and uncles that are in Missouri.
Okay, so they're somewhat close. I mean, they're distant. They're pretty far apart, but like, it sounds like everyone's in driving distance.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a lot closer than what it is now. I mean, I'm way up in the UP.
How far away are you from them?
It is a 7.5-hour drive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, this has to happen. Okay. All right. So, Destiny, can you open up your email?
I did open the email.
Mm-hmm. You got it? Okay, perfect. On there should be a couple of spots. You should see the address, the price that we talked about, close of escrow about 30 days from today.
Okay.
So you got it?
Yes, I'm opening it.
Okay, great. Let me know when you have it open.
says this site cannot ask for your permission, close any bubbles or overlays from other apps. So apparently I cannot open it while I'm on the phone with you.
Oh, really?
Yes, I mean, at least that's what I'm understanding from what it says. It says this site can't ask for your permission. Close any bubbles or overlays from other apps, then try again. And you're appearing as a bubble, so I'm assuming that's what they meant by bubbles.
Okay. Let's see here. I think maybe if you, that was the email. You should have got a text as well. Did you get the text?
Yes. His voice is pretty.
Let's try that.
Okay, I did it through the messenger,
Mhm.
as well, the text message you sent me, and it is still telling me the same thing. It says this site can't ask for your permission.
Okay.
Close any bubbles or overlays from other apps, then try again.
Okay. Got it. All right. That's not a problem. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to let's talk again in 5 minutes. It should be able to go through and sign it. And then
Okay.
I will confirm on my end, and I'll call you back in 5 minutes to confirm I got it all back.
All right. Well, sounds great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Whoa, Steve! I thought you were retired.
I am retired.
Is this
talked
the
to-
real Steve, or you got a robot?
I have not talked to a homeowner in like 2.5 years.
No way.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. I stopped. Actually, no, 1 year and a half. Sorry, I stopped in December of 23, but I was still talking to people in the beginning of 24 because of all the marketing that we had.
Yeah.
But like, I haven't sat down and talked to a homeowner in over a
Dang.
year.
No, you still gotta walk us through that for some of the people that are tuning in a little bit later.
Mhm.
I mean, this lady's motivated. I mean, she's motivated. You know, walk us through kind of like you were asking questions that kind of really press in the pain point. You painted the
Mhm.
picture. What do you feel?
Yeah.
Why do you feel she felt so comfortable with you?
I don't know. Like she felt very, very comfortable, but I asked for permission, right? Like I think that's one of the things. Like, hey, Steven, I'm going to ask you some questions that some people say may come across as personal. You can be okay with that, right? I think that's the first thing. The other thing, I did say like, hey, just tell me no, right? The other thing too, I say is I might figure out I might not buy it, and then if it makes sense, just tell me yes, right? We're gonna put everything in writing. I'm gonna send it to you. Like I was really clear on the expectations from the get go. So I set the proper expectations. And then when I went into pain, all I did was just read what she said on the website. And the website said, time for change. That's all it said in the website.
Yeah.
And I just said, hey, I saw time for a change. What does that mean? Demonstrating, like I'm trying to understand where she's coming from. She talked about what she was going on. I did my best to match the words, to match the emotions, the understanding. I did all that. And then, yeah, I went into pain a lot because that's how people buy and sell, right? It's that emotions. And you notice there was a part with awkward silence, guy. That was even awkward for me.
Yeah, I was like, what's I know you did that pause, but man, I don't know if she was going on. Yeah, you were just quiet.
But I asked her, I was like, hey, it sounds like you're thinking about something. What are you feeling? And the key here is I want to talk about her feelings, not what she's thinking, right? But she's thinking.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, hey, it sounds like you're thinking about this really hard. What are you feeling right now? Because I want to get back to the feelings. Because the feelings, again, is why people buy or sell. And then, I anchored her low with well, first it's like, what do you need? She's like, I really don't know. Then I went, well, cash buyers 35 to 40. She said 65. I'm guessing she's in Michigan. She believes that men are taking advantage of her. So I'm guessing she is a Democrat. So I'm leaning on the craziness from Trump. Like, have you read all this? And he's like,
smart.
yeah, it's crazy over there. I was like, yeah. So like, we're uncertain, right? So like, I'm just taking a stab. I'm guessing she's not a Trumper, right? She's not MAGA, is my guess. So I'm leaning on that to get her. Is like, yeah, this is crazy. And then one of the things that I did on purpose, because one of the challenges with getting someone to move is they have to talk about how much things suck right now and how much it sucked, but they have to see like a future, right? And so I'm asking like, where would you go? So I talked about that a bit, but when I was waiting, putting her on hold, I need to keep her in hope mode. And so while you're putting the letters, the email together or the offer together, I'm talking about like, hey, where are you going to go? I know you said you didn't know, but of the three, which way you're leaning? And I had her talk about that some more because I want to keep her emotionally engaged to the outcome. Right? I want to make sure she signs this because I don't want her like disappearing on me while we're waiting on like what's going on. I want her to think about like, here's why I'm doing this. So there's a lot of that. So yeah, planting seeds, a lot of labeling, a lot of like, I get where you're coming from. And it's, God, what an awful situation.
Oh man. Yeah. She was, I think she was crying on the phone for a second. Just really, really rough situation. I mean, that's crazy. Okay. And she was having like some issue with her phone. I mean, I don't think, let me see if she opened it. It doesn't look like she opened it yet. Yeah, the comps are a little bit tricky. She has a big house. I saw one that's like 600 square feet smaller, similar to hers, that sold for like 139, and it wasn't even renovated. This one's a little bit more in a rural area, but I think at 59, I mean, it definitely makes sense to at least push it out. And then you were asking questions like, how much do you think it would take for you to move? And you just let her speak, and she just she put it all out there for you.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of open-ended questions, not a lot of closed-ended questions. Everything like what, how, where, who. There's not a lot of like, are you questions.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
Why is it important to ask open-ended questions with motivated sellers?
Because the big thing is they want to be heard. And so when we're asking open-ended questions, they get to tell the story. They get to tell their story. And it's generally more honest, right? If I say like, what did you have for lunch today? It's kind of harder. It's harder to lie to an open-ended question, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I ask you like a point-blank yes or no question, people tend to either get defensive or they'll lie to you. You don't really get a lot of valuable intelligence. And so asking what and how questions, it gets people to open up and they're less likely to lie to you. I mean, if you look at like timelines, right? Like why questions always about the past, what and how questions are always about the future or generally about the future. So they can talk about it, they can expand on it, they can think about it. But if you ask like, why is this? Then they're like, well, then they defend that position and talk about the past, which doesn't help us in moving forward. It helps us to like really like, what's what I'm looking for? It really helps us to ground the situation is right now. So then we can talk about how awesome things are going to be. Like that's the only reason why we talk about the past and what's been going on, to really like highlight how much everything sucks right now. Like her manager, as I brought it up again, right? Yeah. Your manager's a misogynist. I brought it up again when she was like, I need 65. I was like, well, how much longer are you willing to work on that misogynist? She's like, right. And then she's like, okay, yeah, maybe not. Maybe I don't need 65.
Yeah.
So we got to talk about how much things suck. We got to talk about how awesome things are going to be, and the what and how is how we get to how awesome things are going to be.
Yeah, no, that was really good. Do you feel that, you were talking about AI earlier. Do you feel like AI can get to a point where they can start reading emotion over the phone and really asking, kind of putting your brain in the AI's chip, I guess? You think it's going to get to a point where they ask those questions in that way and really just hear the person out What do you think?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so.
that's crazy.
That's our goal.
Yeah. So you're the Elon
Where
Musk.
AI is going to get stuck is the creativity, right? Like that's where AI is going to get stuck. But still, like what I said before, is AI cannot replace us today, but it could be 80% as good as us. But one thing AI we know for sure is going to be a lot more reliable than us, right? Like I can be like this way right now. It's me and you. We're on camera. I can do this like right now, right? But my day to day, I don't have time to spend an hour talking to a lady about selling her house.
Yeah.
Right. And so like I can do it right now in short spurts, but and if I was doing nothing else, I could do it all day, every day. But the reality is we're unreliable, right? Like that lead comes in and I can't get to it for 2 hours. It's a problem. So there's a lot of things that are happening where AI is great, but it can't or we're great, but we're not 100% reliable, right? We get sick, we have personal drama, we have to eat, we have to go to the bathroom, right? Like there are all these things that we do, or like, for whatever reason today you just woke up, you're just in a bad mood. I mean, like last night I went to sleep. I thought I slept, but my watch does not think I slept, right? It's like my heart rate was too high all night. So I felt like I slept, but my heart rate never went below 70, I think, the whole night, which is kind of crazy. I gotta figure out what that's about. Right.
Yeah.
And so like you wake up the next day and you just don't have it for whatever reason. You're just tired, or you're in a bad mood, or you had too much pasta for lunch. Those are the things that are a problem. So
Yeah.
I show up in an email.
Let's see. Let me refresh on DocuSign here. We can try giving her a call back just to make sure. She opened it. Opened it. I mean, we sent it at 4:50. She opened it at 4:55.
Okay.
But she's reviewing it. You want to give her a call back and see?
Yeah, I'll give her a call back right now.
All right.
Hello?
Hey, Destiny.
Hi there.
Hey, I was calling to make sure that you were able to review the agreement.
Yes, I was able to good grief. To review it all, and my daughters had pulled up some houses in Missouri and even Iowa, trying to see what we could find that would, be move-in livable. Because obviously our house is livable. I mean, like I said, as I've, done the maintenance on the furnace, the water heater is fairly new. I actually spent $2,000 on a ridiculous plumber just last year.
Yeah.
Trying to get my bathroom done, and that was ridiculous. But we won't get into that again. People
Right.
taking advantage. I mean, we're struggling to find something that, because I figured in at least $5,000 for, moving costs, because it is a long trip and we do have belongings to take with us. You all, so I don't know. We're struggling right now because I don't know if 59 would be enough. I mean, it looks like,
You're saying that you said factor in the 5,000 for the moving costs. Is that what you said?
Well, yeah, so that's why I was like, it would leave me, because you said you're offering the 59. So we were trying to find something, for $50,000 to move in, that I could purchase. So
Okay.
I've got them both on their phones here going, trying to find something, because it is, it is a decent offer. But again, like I said, in 2021, he'd offered 65. I know we've lived there for a while, but we haven't caused any new damage other than, so.
Well, I know you haven't caused any new damage. The market is a completely different market today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm curious. This is this is not a promise. I'm just curious. If we could help you with the moving expense, would that be helpful?
Yes, that would, obviously, because my daughter just found one that would be, because we need at least 4 bedrooms, for me and the 3 children. for 74. So I don't. Yeah, that doesn't really help because I'm like stay under 50. So
Yeah.
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 So definitely, if you were able to cover the moving costs, that would help because then I wouldn't have to pay for that, obviously.
Yeah.
I just trying to, before I sign something that like, yes, I'm ready to sell this house to you. I mean, I'm ready to sell. Trust me, I'm so ready to sell.
Yeah.
But I just need to make sure that I have somewhere, safe and secure for us to live as well. Not to just like, oh, I sold my house. Now, what do I do? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm a big planner and I like to try to pre-plan for everything. Even though it's hard with the way the world is. And, there's a lot of, oops, look, this happened, and
yeah, I completely understand the you want to make sure your ducks are all in a row. We've actually had a lot of homeowners that we worked in the past. We've been doing this for 20 years now. And what we've heard from a lot of homeowners was that there were instances where they weren't able to pay off the house entirely in full, but they were able to pay down so much of it that the payments were really manageable. It was like $100 a month. And really the relief from being able to move was way more impactful and helpful than the stress of staying where they were.
Yes.
So I guess like knowing that like is it important to be able to pay off the house in full, or is it important to really get a good start?
I mean, it's important to get a good start. I mean,
Yeah. So I think here's what I think. I know you want to make sure you want to pay it off full. I think getting a good start, again, from what my clients have always said, is really the because like once you're out of your situation, it's like you can breathe. The weight of the world is off your shoulders. And you can think clearly because you're not stressed out of your mind. You don't have all this stress just going through your blood. So I think in listening to your situation, my heart does feel for you. I think that if you can, I'm going to talk to my team. I think if you can go ahead and sign it, I'll go tell them like, hey, we got to take care of Destiny's moving expenses.
Okay.
But I need you to do that now so I can go tell them that they need to pay for it. If I tell them like, hey, here's the situation, they're not going to do anything for me. But if you sign it now, I can go tell them like, hey, we got to take care of our moving expenses.
Okay. My daughters are telling me they're ready. Yeah. So,
okay.
Now there. Even my phone lately has been ridiculous. I couldn't get my screen to work.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like a 4-year-old phone. Again, I'm not big for, if I don't really need it, I'm not, going to waste money on it. So,
yeah, I understand that. So, okay. So, just so we're on the same page, you said you're going to go sign it now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. And then again, like I said, I'll give you a call back once we got it to confirm receipt.
I have the doc open, so it looks like you should be receiving it now.
Okay.
I just couldn't open it with the bubble, is what it was telling me. So,
okay.
It was already open, so it says the agreement has been signed successfully.
Okay, perfect. All right. I see that here in our system. Perfect. And then someone on my team, it's kind of late in the day today, so someone on my team, first thing Monday morning, will reach out to you on next steps.
Okay. That sounds terrific. Thank you again.
You're welcome.
I hope you have a wonderful weekend.
You too. Bye.
Let's go. Yeah.
Still got it.
You still got it. And you didn't even use the AI. What? Hold on. Let me get this thing's on.
I should get back into wholesaling.
Oh, you got to get your robots. That was your first call. For those of you that are tuning in right now, that was your first call. You guys, this will be recorded. You can replay. She signed it. She just signed. Let me refresh it because I did get a notification on my Apple Watch. Destiny has finished signing, complete with doc. DocuSign. Awesome. Dang. So what are some key takeaways you can share with people that are just tuning in? I mean, the beginning of the conversation was really you hearing her out, but then things kind of shifted, right? She was kind of a little bit like, well, I need a little bit, I don't know, 59 is a good offer. You brought it back in a way where you didn't pressure her, but you started asking questions to make her think, man, maybe he's right. Like, walk us through, how do you get somebody to say, well, I don't know, to, okay, I'll sign.
Well, I think the big thing is people have this kind of like all or nothing thinking, right? Craig's saying, show the proof.
I'm gonna see if I can show without disclosing the address here. Actually, I could just email here. Hold on.
Yeah, so I think the big thing is this: we have this idea like, no, I need all of this money because I need to solve all of my problems right now, right? And I was like, well, you don't really need all the money right now. You can do a lot of damage. Also, I was like, well, remember, like, this place sucks.
Hey, hold on, let me see if the camera. There it is, right there, guys.
There you go. There you go.
Has finished signing. Okay, and that was two minutes ago. So this is a real deal right here. 2 minutes ago, she signed. Okay, so he did get the contract.
There you go. Yeah,
go ahead.
So we talked about like how much things suck right now, and I helped her see the world. It's like, well, remember, like, this place sucks. Like, and you said, you want to move on, and what our clients have always said, that it was better to get a new start than to try to pay off everything at once. And like, once you're there, like, the air's better. Like, the weight of the world is off your shoulders, right? A lot of this imagery of this future reality, right? Again, John Martinez called it picture perfect, right? Went right back to picture perfect, and like how awesome it's going to be. You're breathing in the air. You don't have all this stress just flowing through your veins. Like, how awesome it's going to be. And she's like, yeah, it will be better.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I'm going to send you this. I'm gonna sign this to you for $60,000.
You move it. We'll split it 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah, you move the deal.
Hey,
we'll split it
do you
50-50.
feel? I know that you have robots you're working on and talking to sellers. Do you feel like you can have AI selling deals, Dispo?
That's a challenge I got from Robert Wensley. Right. I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to like call people that didn't opt in. He's like, no, don't worry about it. An investor left, everyone's opted in. I was like, okay, well then let's go. So yeah, we're going to have his AI underwrite the deal, and then we're gonna use our AI to blast it.
Dang, that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, man, it's a world, new world we're living in, man.
Yeah,
scary world.
Like, the people that aren't really adapting to really understanding this now are going to be so far behind at one point where the people really have it down, because the power you're going to have with AI, once you really start teaching it how to talk to sellers and buyers, I mean, it's going to be crazy. Dude, that was amazing. That was amazing. So,
well, I mean, your takeaway, because like you're a genius at this.
What's that?
I mean, what did you share with your audience? What did you hear from it?
I heard a lot of listening. That's what I heard. I know that a lot of people, especially on the acquisition side, some people, they just get straight to the numbers. It's, like, what you're really doing is you're problem solving. You're listening to what is the problem. And she was like spilling everything out. She laid everything out, and you started asking questions about it. And then she wanted to open up more. You didn't get right into the numbers and stuff like that. And I think that's so important to people, is that people don't understand that all these leads, this was the first lead you called. This is why I love Leadhouse, because they put somebody in front of you that wants to sell and needs to sell. But how you approach the lead is just as important as how you're talking, negotiating, all that. And listening should be most of the conversation. I feel that most people, they talk too much, and you want to get the contract, and you're not spending enough time listening. So you did an amazing job listening. I felt like she trusted you. I felt like she really felt like you cared and you listened.
Yeah. Well, the key here is I actually do care, right? Like, the easiest way to show that you care is to actually care. Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Awesome, man. Well, hey, let's share some fun with me. Let me call a few leads.
right.
You could take a time out there. I know you're out of retirement, but take a time out, drink some water, do some jumping jacks. I'll see you in a little bit.
All right.
All right. Guys, there you have it. I mean, Steve Trang, patient, very different. It's always interesting how, there's a lot of people in this industry just have different styles with the same goal. But when you have somebody motivated to sell, I mean, you can hear that lady's voice. She was crying. You have to listen. All right. You have to make them feel comfortable. Never get right into the numbers, never make people rush. And for those of you who are asking in the chat, as far as the numbers that I was looking at, I saw, her property, by the way, let me see if I pull this up. Her property, it's a 5-bedroom, 2-bath, it says here. Let me pull this up on prop. 5-bedroom, 2-bath, almost 2,000 square feet, 1,980 square feet. I saw a comparable property. Let me see. There's one that sold 6 months ago for 167. There's one that sold last month. I think this is the best comp. This one, I can show you guys this one. Look at this. You see, this is the subject property. Am I sure my screen? Hold on a second. I'm not sure my screen. Hold on. The subject property looks like this, right? And then this property here, okay? This is a comp I found. Now, this one's 1,374 square feet. It looks similar, though. This isn't really, I mean, this doesn't look like anything fancy. I mean, it's in great shape. Where's the kitchen at? I don't see the kitchen. But this is good. And this sold for what, 130, 139? Yeah, this sold for 139. And Steve locked it up at 59,000. So there's something here. Well, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Imagine you getting leads like this on a daily basis, whether it's you or maybe in the future your AI or whoever you want calling, but people that want to sell, people that need to sell. All right, cool. Let me try calling one. I'm going to call this one I see in Irma. Is this in San An? Okay, San Antonio. This is a big house. All right, cool. So let me pull this up. This is why I love inbound leads, because they're looking for you. But, one of the biggest things, a lot of people, when they first try these inbound leads out, they think it's like magical contracts fall in their lap. It couldn't be farther from the truth. You have to treat them like they're your only leads. Treat them with care. Listen to them. Really understand. Get to know them. So this is the property. All right, so let's see. Need repairs, and I don't have the funds. I need to sell the property ASAP. Okay. So let's see the pickup. Let me give them a call here. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure you guys can hear the audio. Let me turn the audio on. All right, cool. So let's call this one. I'm going to call from, yeah, this number's good. I mean, it looks like it could use some more. That was a great lead. The first call was a contract.
Hi, can you leave a message? Thank you.
The very first call. And it's because Steve was listening. He didn't get right into the numbers and rush the person. And, also when somebody gets an accepted offer, you still keep the same pace. If you move too quick, they're gonna be like, what's going on with this guy? He's trying to rush. All right, let me call this lady again. Mrs. Irma. And I don't have the funds. That's motivation.
leave a message.
That in-person pickup. Let's call this one in Michigan. Okay. And if you guys are ever interested in learning a little bit more about Leadhouse, just hit them up on leadhouse365.com. It's got to be a good fit for you. If you're new, I wouldn't even recommend you get into this until you really understand the acquisitions process, because Steve made that look really easy. But what you don't see is the years of experience that has taken him to get to that point. That stuff wasn't overnight, I'm sure. I'm sure he didn't wake up one day and just was that good. But you really got to go through a lot of conversations to get that good. Listen to them. It just sounded really good. It sounded made it seem really easy. Let me call this one in Michigan. This one in Michigan, he wants a quick sell. Let's see, Cherry Street, Saginaw, Michigan. Quick sell. I want to know more about why do they want to sell quick? Dang, this house is messed up. This house is messed up. Take a look at this. I mean, I'm sure he wants a quick sell. This thing's falling apart. All right, let's call this number. And I'm going to start running comps while it could waste a lot of time. Mr. Diaz. Hello? Hello? Hey, Mr. Diaz? I'm going to call him right back. Let's see. 928. This house is messed up. And when you call these leads and they don't answer, you have to blow up. Never feel embarrassed or hello? Hey, Mr. Diaz. Oh, he didn't answer. I'm going to call him back one more time. What I was saying was you never want to be shy to blow them up. They're the ones that fill out the form. And if you're calling them, other people are going to be calling them.
9-2.
Not that time. Let's go to the next one. Let's see. Let's call this one Joanne. Let me see. Oh, no, that's the one. Joanne in Malden, Missouri. And, you know, a lot of these leads that come in, they'll actually fill out more than one form. I actually, before I got on here, I spoke with the guy that filled out a form, and he's like, "You want me to tell you the truth?" I'm like, "Yeah, tell me the truth." And he's like, I went under contract with somebody this morning, but I'm trying to get higher offers. And people will do this. And he said, "I'll go under contract with you if you allow me, if you give me the freedom to accept a higher offer." And I'm like, this makes zero sense. Number one, this is a legal binding contract, right? This isn't like, it's not a letter of intent. You have to let people know that this is a legal binding contract. And I told him the only way we would even consider moving forward is if he canceled the contract with the other guy. Apparently, he said that the other company went under contract with him, and they were okay with him canceling the contract if he had a higher offer, which didn't make any sense to me because we were actually at the exact same number, right? We were under contract one time with a guy who was under contract with 4 other people. I mean, there's people out there that'll do that, and they think it's like a letter of intent, but that's just not the way it works. But the point is, whenever one of these leads come in, you have to be all over it because the discoveries will stack up, and you're going to have to apply. This is an interesting house. You have to apply a follow-up. You have to get a lead manager. You want to make sure that you are blowing them up. Because if you're not, like I said, somebody else is giving them a call, and it is an investment, right? Especially this has a bunch of, it's got a snowman on a beach. Look at this. Olaf Summer. Okay. So why does this person want to sell? They're moving. Oh, condition perfect. Needs no repairs. Okay. These are always interesting. All right. And this is in Texas as well. Let me try this real quick. That's interesting.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
And let's try to call from this number. Hello? He like answered it, but he didn't talk. Let me try him one more time. If not, we'll go to Minnesota. Yeah, because people are winding down right now.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person.
Okay. Let's go to Maplewood, Minnesota. This person's downsizing. It's in good shape. Okay. Minnesota, yeah, the house, there's photos. This thing is manufactured home renovated. And there's photos on Zillow. So when you see photos on Zillow, that's probably the photos of what either when they purchased the property, or they're photos of maybe they listed it recently and then they just took it down. This was, well, it was listed last year. Okay, so these are older photos, but I mean, this is a really good shape. All right, so they're downsizing. It looks all right. Yeah, I mean, that's interesting. They got a little Miss Pac-Man there. Okay. Let's see if I can somebody in line here. Either way, I'm glad that you guys got to see like a really good lead that was going through something really tough. And you got to see from the very beginning all the way to the end. Like from the call to the contract to the situation to the phone problem to the sign.
Hi, if you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
Steven calling about Midvale Place. Hey, when they have those little things there. Hello?
I'm sorry, this person is not available. If you would like to leave an additional message.
Okay. We'll go to the next one. I got to get one of these. Give me one person. East Xavier Avenue in Texas. House condition bad. Major repairs needed. That's what I like to hear. Major repairs needed. This thing looks, hold on, I want to make sure this is the right house. This does not look like major repairs needed. Unless something happened after they renovated the house, but this is fully renovated. I'm going to ask about that. Yeah, I mean, major repairs needed, and it looks like renovated. It's okay. Let's call them and find out why.
call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
We'll call Mr. Love again. Let's see. House pollution bad, major repairs needed. They don't answer. We're gonna go to Grand Rapids, Michigan. Look, Steve said, I suck so hard.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
All right, let's go to Grand Rapids. Yeah, the only way you get better is by calling more leads. I know that some people have this phone fear. I mean, when I first started, I was horrible, but the only way I got better is just calling people. And the best way to practice, go to Zillow for sale by owner, go to Craigslist, go to Facebook Marketplace. Just start calling people. Get familiar with rejection, embrace rejection, have thick skin. Don't get offended easily. This one is rough. Okay, so Woodlawn Street, Michigan, looking to move bad. Major repairs needed. Okay, awesome. So let's call this one. This thing is rough.
Hi, if you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
My name's Steven. I'm calling about Woodlawn Street. I'm getting a lot of those lately. Like a pre-screen voicemail thing.
I'm sorry, this person is not available.
Okay. Damn, I'm gonna burn through this whole list here. Okay, Shreveport, Louisiana. Reason for selling, finances, condition okay. Okay. This does have some photos. They must be old photos. Let's see. All right. Oh, this is like horrible photos. Hold on a second. They took like a screenshot. They took a screenshot of their camera roll. It's kind of a little bit hard to see, but Kirkland's home big savings today. Okay. I don't know if it still looks like this, but let's see. Mrs. Saltz wants to sell because of finances. You know, when somebody's it's one thing to sell if you're moving or downsizing, but if you're going through a medical, I mean, here some people put death, some people put finances. This is where you definitely want to do a lot more listening than talking, because people have a lot to say and they have a lot of pain. You know, they have a lot of pain, and some people want to cut straight to the chase and get the deal. But remember, your problem solver is they need money for the move.
Hello.
Hey, Mrs. Saltz.
Hello.
Hey, my name's Steven. Looks like you filled out a form about getting an offer on your property on the street. Can you hear me okay? She can't hear me? Hold on a second. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me change the setting here real quick. I'm going to call right back. 318. Mrs. Saltz.
Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Sorry about that. My name's Steven. I think you filled out a form to get an offer on your property in Millard Street.
Yes.
Did I catch it a good time?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, great. So our process is actually quite simple. I just want to ask you a few more questions about it, and then what I'll do is I'll go and evaluate the area to see what kind of ballpark we can offer you. I want to say it takes about 5-10 minutes. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Perfect. And I like letting everybody know that we are a real estate investment company. So, we don't buy every house we look at. And if at any point I feel like I'm not a good fit, I'll just let you know up front so I don't waste your time. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. So I see here it's an okay shape. Can you tell me a little bit more about why you want to sell and the condition?
Okay. My house was bought 24 years ago. I've lived in it that whole time. Up until about 3 years ago, my grandparents got really ill. My grandmother had dementia, and they lived right down the road from me. And so I moved in with them to take care of them, until both of them took their last breath. I was there, and they recently passed away last year. Well, and then I moved away from the area just to kind of start fresh, kind of get away. But my house, I've been needing to sell it, and I've been doing work on it. But, I bought a new inside and outside heating and air unit. I put new carpet in all the bedrooms. The kitchen is all new. It's got new kitchen countertops, new kitchen cabinets. I gutted the kitchen, and I took down a wall in the kitchen and put like a breakfast bar. It's a cedar, like a chopping block breakfast bar.
Mhm.
It sits on an acre land. It's got a large front and a large backyard. It's got new ceiling fans, new lights, except for in the dining room. It doesn't have, but I have one in a box. It will need a front door and a back door, and it will need a roof. And that's the thing that's kind of got me, because I don't have the funds to get the roof done.
Okay.
And during the time I was taking care of when I had it sold last year, I had it sold for $87,000 as is. It already went through the inspection and everything. That was before I bought the heating and air unit. But right before we were to close, my aunt informed me that I couldn't sell the house because it was still in my grandparents' name, and she was the power of attorney. So I was kind of stuck. Well, since then, we've got the house in my name. It already went through succession and whatever, probate, all that. My name is on the deed, and my name's the only name on the deed.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm able to sell it. Well, someone about 3 weeks ago told me that they would give me $90,000 for it, and so I signed a contract. Well, when it came down to them doing the inspection, the gentleman called me telling me that he was going to have to lower his offer because they came and did the inspection, and which I know that they didn't come doing the inspection because I've got cameras around my house and I was here.
Yeah. Wow.
So when that happened, and I just kind of, it wouldn't matter what he said. I wasn't going to trust him after that,
Right.
Plus I know, I grew up in this area. I know why the market has dropped within the past year, but I know why, because it was mainly because of my family. Because my grandmother was in real estate. She owned about 20 rental properties. She was in real estate for over 50 years. Well, before she passed, she gave her kids houses and that were paid for, and my uncle took out a loan against his, like right off the bat, and he wasn't paying the mortgage, so they were fixing to take his house. Well, he sold his as is for cash for, I believe it was $25,000, and it was like $140,000 home. Then when my grandparents both passed, my aunt kicked my dad and my sister out of my grandparents' house, and I left before she could kick me out.
Yeah.
Because I was the one taking care of them. Well, I left, and after they passed, plus everybody in the family coming and stealing everything. It was just crazy. So I moved away. Well, she ended up selling my grandparents' house as is for $50,000, and it was a $200-something thousand home. It was a brick home with a separate brick garage. was 2,200 square feet, and she just basically gave it away just out of spite, because she wouldn't even give my father the opportunity to even purchase it. Wouldn't even tell him how much she was selling it for. I mean, it was just crazy. And then the people across the street from her, they passed away, and their house went to the family. Well, the family was fighting over it, so they basically gave that one away for like $50,000. So a lot of the houses around me, have been sold for cash for really low amounts, but it's because the families. I mean, no one was going to move back over here, but now, since all that, now the houses are being redone. Like the house across the street from me, directly across the street, it sold for $201,000 2 years ago, and I wanted to go meet the person that bought it because I thought they were an idiot because I've been in that house,
Yeah.
So I went to go talk to her and found out she wasn't even from here and that she just got her job transferred here, and so she bought it. Well, then about 9 months ago, she relisted it for $225,000, and she sold it for $225,000. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, because my house is my house is actually nicer than that one. And then there's a house 2 houses down from me. The gentleman just passed, and his granddaughter destroyed the house, and it just sold 3 weeks ago for $60,000.
Yeah.
And then the house on the next street over from me, it sold for $190,000, and it was like I thought it was a fixer-upper. So how it sold for $190,000, I don't even know. And then there's another house on Valley View that just sold for $158,000, and it's in a major bad area. And I mean, my street is a real quiet street. Most of the people on the street are either in their like old fixing to pass, or they just passed, and
Yeah.
I mean, they have like a national night out down the road here on my street, and everybody gets together and they weenie roast, and they have like games and stuff like that for everybody. I mean, it's a real. I mean, they watch out for each other.
Oh, that's good. So, I mean, it seems like a great neighborhood. What's really got you looking to sell the property? Seems like a great house.
Because my grandmother, like I said, my grandmother lived like I could walk to her house.
Yeah.
And just with my grandmother's house being gone now, and just miss, they're because my grandmother was like my mother, and my grandfather was like my, I was that close to them, I mean, I've known them longer than I've known anybody in my life.
I got to redirect her eventually.
Even I've been around them longer than I've been around my parents.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's how me and we were really close, and just not being able to go drive down there to her house or her come to my house, and because I mean, I hit a school bus head on it's been about 10 years ago now, and
Wow.
and I was in a wheelchair, and my grandmother she would show up at my house every morning and pick up my kids and take my kids to school, and in the evening she would go pick my kids up and bring my kids home. And that was like 6 years ago. So it's like, and my grandmother was 89 when she passed, but it was hard because she was on hospice twice during my care. They put her on, and then they took her off hospice because she wasn't going nowhere because I wasn't letting her, And then months later, they put her back on hospice when my grandfather got put on there, and it was time, and I just feel it's still new to me in a way,
Right.
And just being in the area where they're good memories, but then they're memories that I just that hurt.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Seems like you've been through a lot since you've lived there.
Yeah.
Wow. So what does the ideal situation look like for you? I know you're trying to sell. It looks like you had a few bad experiences with some people.
Yeah, I mean, my house, I know that if it was done, if I had $30,000 to put into it, I could sell it for $190 easy.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have it. And I tried to get a home equity loan because I've got over $100,000 in home equity in my home. But because during the time I was taking care of my grandparents and we were trying to get the house in my name, but I couldn't until they passed, my aunt was supposed to be paying the mortgage. Well, I didn't know that she wasn't. So whenever I finally got the house in my name, I found out that the mortgage was 3 months behind. And because of that, I'm not able to get a home equity loan. And so it's kind of like I'm just, I can't do the work. I don't have the funds to do the work to sell it, to make the money.
Yeah.
So I'm just without losing it all,
Okay. And you already had a plan as to like where you wanted to move to, when you wanted to move.
Yeah. I'm already living, I'm living about almost 45 minutes from here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm already living somewhere else.
Well, you're already settled in, so the property's been
Yeah.
vacant for a little bit.
Yes.
Okay. So what do you think it's worth, or what were you looking to at least sell it?
Well, they did an appraisal on it last month,
Mm-hmm.
and they did an appraisal as is, and they appraised it at 159. I mean, my house is a large house.
Yeah.
And it's got the 2-car carport. It's got 2 attics in the house. It's got an attic inside the house, and then it's got an attic above the carport. It does have I took some siding down on one end of the house, and that was to get to the plumbing at one time, but I fixed that. But I haven't put the siding back up, but I've got the siding to put back up. In the attic that's under the carport, there's a whole stack of the vinyl siding that's the color to the house. It's what was left over after they built it. I mean, they did the siding.
Okay. You said,
I've got pictures. I've got updated pictures I can send you.
yeah, that'd be great.
But I put $10,000 in the kitchen.
No.
That was, last year. And I haven't even, the kitchen, so the cabinets are so new that I haven't even finished staining them.
Really?
Yeah.
So it was priced for how much? 159?
159.
Okay. Is that what you're looking to expect out of it? Selling it to
No, I'm looking, I would be, to tell you the truth, I would be happy with 90,000.
Okay.
And that would be really to pay my mortgage off that I owe, and then pay my younger brother the money that, I owe him, and then, be okay to, do something else.
What are you looking to do after you sell?
My dad has like 22 acres out in Keithville.
Wow.
And I'm probably going to try to get like, a manufactured home or something.
Mm-hmm.
Out there. He's got a house out there and it needs some repairs, so I haven't really decided.
Okay. So
it's just kind of I'm really not even knowing which direction, because I've been kind of stuck, because I put my life on hold 4 years ago, three and a half years ago, to take care of my grandparents, and I was their 24-hour caregiver, and and it was and then they ended up both being bedridden, and that's just not, it's hard.
No, I can only imagine. I know kind of what you went through. I know some of my friends went through something similar last year, and it's definitely a commitment, and it's a lot of responsibility. So I can only imagine.
Well, at that same time, I had the vent, the pipe above my house, we had a bad storm and it knocked it over, and so rain was going up in my house, and I didn't realize until I came down here that where it did to the ceiling in one of the bedrooms. But I had someone fix that. I fixed this. I replaced all the sheetrock and everything on the ceiling, but I called the insurance company to come look at it. Well, they told me when they would come. Well, then they said that they didn't see any. Well, no, I've got pictures. It ruined but I couldn't just let it sit there and rain up in the house.
Yeah. No.
And then I had a roofer come and say that it's hail damage that's done to the house. Well, they won't cover it either. They said no, it's because it's normal wear or something like that. And I'm like, then what do y'all cover? What's the point of me even paying insurance you
Yeah.
know, if you're not going to cover nothing. And then, you know, really the roof is the only thing that y'all really do cover anyways, because you don't cover pipes busting, you don't cover nothing like that. So, you know, so why am I still paying y'all? You know, because I mean, you get insurance, those protect your investment, and y'all haven't protected nothing.
Okay.
You know, I mean, someone stole my outside AC unit,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I had to buy, and I bought the outside unit and the inside unit for the house. So I mean, it does have a new inside and outside AC unit, but I mean, even that, I mean, you know, the insurance, they don't cover nothing.
Yeah, no, they can be difficult sometimes to work with. I used to work with a company that we would actually go against insurance claims and companies, you know, insurance companies didn't really want to pay.
Yeah, they don't.
It's a big headache for the homeowner, especially if there was like a storm or something.
Well,
that went through.
it was just hard for me to go against them because at that time, still my house, I bought my house 24 years ago. I put down $10,000 down on my house. I'm the one that paid every house payment towards the house. My grandmother even wrote 2 notarized letters on my behalf. But right after, because my house, I mean, my credit was being worked on. I was young then, you know. Well, then when I finally got my credit score up to a 780, I bought a new car, and then I was going to get the house transferred into my name. But then 4 months after I bought the new car, I hit a school bus head on.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, so then I become disabled, and, you know, it went from there, and time just went by, and I never really thought much of it because I was thinking, well, you know, when my grandparents passed, it would be given to me anyways, you know. So I just never really worried about it, but I should have done it a long time ago, because if I would have known that, you know, insurance, you know, because they want to talk to the homeowner, and they want to, you know, even though I'm the homeowner, then they try to say I'm the renter. So it just and then they try to say I was the homeowner, because it was just crazy. So
Yeah.
I never could really get anything done. And my grandparents both had dementia, so then they couldn't really help me.
Yeah, sounds like a mess. So let me.
Yeah, it was a mess. And, you know, and my grandmother she told me before she got really bad, she said that she feels bad because if anyone was going to hurt over this situation, it would have been me. And I told her, I said, don't worry about me. I'll be okay, Grandma. But it's just, you know, I never really, you know, thought about it until it was too late.
So you don't have any friends around town that, you know, are you really settled in the new place? Are you trying to stay there, or?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I mean, I am trying. I mean, really, I'm planning on going down south where my brother is.
Oh, where at?
He's in Pearl River.
Oh, okay.
So that's my plans. Is when I'm, you know, my dad has the property in Keyfield, but, you know, that I thought about putting something out, but by me asking for 90,000, you know, it would be kind of hard to do that, you know.
Yeah.
And my brother's down in Pearl River. My mom's down in Pearl River, you know, and the family here are the ones that they're no good. You know, I mean, there are families like that.
Any plans for Thanksgiving? What are you gonna
Well,
do?
my stepmother invited us there. You know, my son, you know, one of the things that's holding me from moving is my son. He's here, my oldest, and he just graduated yesterday for the sheriff's department.
Congrats. Oh,
But then I've got a 21-year-old that's in the Navy,
nice.
and he was going to be a Navy SEAL. But
Oh, yeah.
and then I've got my 15-year-old daughter, and then I have a 10-year-old.
Wow. So you got your hands full. Wow.
Mm.
Let me ask you, why not list this with a real estate agent?
Because it's just the time it would take.
Yeah, that's the
You
biggest.
know, because I don't, and plus, I mean, if the work was done, you know, then I would do it in a heartbeat. But because of it needing a new roof, you know, it would be hard for someone to get, you know, a loan for something that needs work.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly.
You know, and I can't. I mean, I've done as much work as I can do to it. You know, I mean, I scraped the popcorn off the ceilings, you know, to kind of get it. I mean, because that was outdated, you know. I did that. I got the new ceiling fans up. I've got the new carpet put in. It wasn't cheap carpet. It was expensive carpet. Now the master bathroom, it's going to need new floor, but I've already got it. It's sitting there. I can lay it down if I need to, but it's ceramic tile. I've already got the mortar, the grout, all of it.
Yeah.
I just, I've been kind of doing as what I can as I can go. It does. I had the window like the
So she was
bases of the windows redone. It is going to need
I'm gonna see
windows, a roof, and a front door and a back door. Just because I think the front door and the back door probably needs to be changed out because they were the metal ones. And if someone,
for
hits the metal or knocks on it or something, it dents it a little bit.
5. So, okay. So let me ask you this, because when I always tell people, and I'm up front, there's pros and cons to selling to an investment company. We're not the highest, but we're usually the fastest. If we can cover the closing costs, the fees, obviously there's no commission since we're not, working with an agent, and we can close in a time frame really that works best for you. I mean, what do you think would be the best price you can do?
90.
90?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing. So because I think based on what I think we could sell it for if we renovated it, I think that's within the ballpark. I don't know if we can do the 90. But if we can do the 90, I mean, was this something that you were ready to move forward today as far as like an agreement in place?
Yeah, but it would just, I'm just, because I've already done this. I've gone through the agreement,
gone through it.
And I just got, someone, just kind of lied to me, over it all. So it's, I'm still kind of burnt over that.
I can only imagine. And you're not,
and then, I had someone that offered me, 89,000 just the other day, but
really,
their thing is they can't close on anything until the first of next year. They said because of tax purposes or something. I don't understand, but they said that nothing can be closed on until next year. So I told them I just had to I just told them to let me think on it because that's kind of
Yeah, I was thinking that if you want to close faster, I think we would have to be at 85. I don't know if we could do the 90, but I think at 85 we would be comfortable to close before the, way before January.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I put so much money into it, I'm still kicking myself because my aunt wouldn't let me close on it last year when it all was done, because, what about, because if I do it for 85, y'all are pretty much going to gut it, right?
We'd have to do a walkthrough. All this is contingent upon a clean title and a walkthrough because every property is different, right? If it's in good enough shape where it could be rented, it's different than if we were going to gut it. Regardless of what we do, based on what I see and what you're explaining to me and the price per square foot, I think we would be comfortable at 85, and I'm confident we can close before the end of the year.
Well, no, because the only reason I was saying that, because if y'all are going to, then I would do 85, but I would want to take, like the carpet that I just put down in there.
Yeah. And I don't even know if we can do 85. I'm just saying, I think based on what you're telling me,
yeah,
I think that we could do that. But I just want to make sure if that's something we can do, that's something you're comfortable moving forward with, because it's not worth me crunching the numbers only to say, yes, we can do it. And it's not something you're ready with. I want to make sure it's a win-win situation.
Yeah, I guess I'd be okay with that.
I'll tell you what, let me place you in a brief hold. Let me talk to my partner real quick. Can I put you in a brief hold?
Do you want me to send you the pictures real quick?
Yeah, send me the pictures. I'm going to place you on a hold anyway, okay?
Okay.
I'll be right back. Steve. Oh, Steve had to go. He had to go. Dang. Well, anyways, oh, hold on. She hung up by accident. She accepted the offer. I stuck to 85. I mean, this is a great lead. The lady had to she went through a lot. She got burned before. You can't, I mean, one of the biggest things in the industry is just some people are lying, and like, especially the person that has cameras, like, why would you do that? I'm looking at comps. I see a property that sold for 185. I see another property that sold for 114. I see a fixer-upper that sold for 95. I see another property that sold for 150. She said it was appraised at what, 159? Yeah, like 160 or something like that. I think at 85, it's something that we can do. And she's already accepted it. I mean, this is, you know, I think we're going to start doing this monthly with Leadhouse, because you guys get to kind of see what does a motivated seller sound like. And not only that, how do you maneuver these conversations? Because it's not just like, hey, here's your offer or whatever. Like, this is the second accepted offer. She said she's already moved forward at 85. She's going to send me some pictures and stuff. She's a talker. She had a lot to say. I just want to shut up and listen. I want to really get to know what are the pros, what are the cons. Like, she had some family stuff. And one of the common denominators when Steve was on earlier is that we just want to listen, you know, about what's going on, why they want to sell. You still want to get the necessary information, but when they start talking, let them talk. Let him talk. All right. So I was going to get Steve on here to say goodbye, but he had to go pick up his kids. And this is on the YouTube channel. You can always watch the replay. So here's what I'm going to do now, because I already have the contract drafted up. I got her commitment to move forward. She's going to send me some pictures, which really isn't going to change much. We actually will walk the property. We don't lie to people. We actually do walk the property, whether she has cameras or not. You always want to be upfront and honest with people. So I have this drafted up. I'm going to call right back because she was supposed to be on hold. I don't know if she got disconnected or not. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure I'm calling. That was that number, Mrs. Salts. But this lady's been through a lot. She's been through a lot. Okay. Just got to find her number. I think she was going to text me the photos of the current condition. And that's okay. Oh, whoops. Hold on a second. But the quality of these leads, this is why I want to start doing this once a month, because I'm telling you, inbound leads are great, but there's so many people out there selling stuff. And you know what's really frustrating is recycled data and stuff that's been blown up. I mean, this lady is super motivated. The other deal that Steve got under contract, the ARV was, I think it's at least 140 minimum, and it's under contract for 59. So we're going to JV with Steve and help him sell that. And then this lady, you know, she couldn't sell it previously because it wasn't under her name. And she mentioned that everything's under her name now and everything's good. Because here's one thing a lot of people may not realize. Let's say it's a probate lead. Okay. If you're dealing with a probate lead and you agree to a price, you can get it under contract. Oh, she sent me all the photos. Dang, man, she's quick. You can get it under contract. You just legally can't close on it until that's completed. You know, and we had a probate deal where we had to wait 3 months for that thing, but we got it done and it paid off. I mean, these pictures are actually exactly the same photos as on Zillow, so it's actually the exact same photos. I'm looking at them side by side. All right, so let me call her back. I have this drafted up. Now I just want to see if she has time to get in front of her computer or phone. Okay, that's the biggest thing, because if she's not ready, I'm not going to send this. You're not going to get every single contract signed over the phone on the spot, but you want to get an agreement over the phone because next time you call them back, you're good to go. But she sent me all the photos, so now I'm going to call her back. I am crunching the numbers. I think at 85, I think we're good. I see a piece of junk that sold for 95. Yeah, this thing, yeah, for sure. How many square feet is ours? 14, 18. Oh, yeah. This other one was, what did this sell for? 95. This is 14, 18 square feet. Ours is 17, 14 square feet. So what I try to do in our running comps, I try killing the deal first. And then if I can't, then it's probably a good deal. I think this is a good opportunity right here. All right. So let me give her a call until I got the photos.
Hello.
Hey, this is Steven. We were just on the phone. Can you hear me okay? Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I want to make sure. Yeah, I'm right here. Why can't she hear me? Let's call her back.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello.
Yes. Can you hear me okay? I'm gonna call her on my phone. Forget it. I don't know what's going on. I can tell that the microphone's going, so I'm just gonna call her on my phone. I'll tell her that I'm calling from my cell phone because she's not picking up the phone. 3183. Whatever it takes. You guys hear that? Let me know.
Hello.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. This is Steven. I don't know what was going on with my office phone, but I'm just calling you from my cell phone.
It kept just okay, that's fine. It just kept playing music is all it kept doing or playing something.
Oh yeah, that's because I put it on hold.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, no problem. Well, I got all the photos. I really appreciate that. And it looks like we can go ahead and do that 85. So really what the next step is, I wanted to email you over an agreement we can review together. When would you have about 5 to 10 minutes to do that with me?
I mean, I do now.
Okay. And then just to make sure, this number I'm calling is your cell phone, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to send this over. It's going to be coming from Steven Morales. Let me just make sure today's the 14th. When would you like to close? Did you want to close fast? When's your ideal close time frame?
Well, it's that. I mean, as soon as possible.
Okay.
That because I mean, the sooner the better, and that way I can just,
Right. Okay. I just sent it over. Let me know if you received that.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. If you want to open that up.
1 second. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, take your time. So she got it. It sent her a text and an email. I'm going to refresh this just to make sure. She's handling something right now. She said, hold on 1 second. Listen, if we can get 2 accepted offers and 2 contracts in 1 hour, actually 2 hours, 1 hour each, right? Why not you, right? If we can do it, you guys can do it. So I don't know what she's doing, but I'm gonna let her do her thing. And anytime you get an accepted offer.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. That was my son.
Oh, no problem. If you want to open that agreement up and just take your time and review it, and I'll stay on the phone just in case you may have any questions for me.
Okay.
So now I'm just going to let her review it, and I'm going to open it up here just in case she may have any questions. The last lady that Steve got, I mean, she signed that quick. But this is a 5-page agreement. So I always let people read it. And then, you know, I try to address any questions or concerns they may have had. And listen, if for whatever reason, if you guys ever send a contract out and the person says, yeah, I'm ready to move forward, and you send them the agreement and then they get cold feet, first you want to find out why, because maybe there's somebody else that's a second person of influence. But something you have to get in the habit of is, if we don't send out contracts unless they're on the phone, and if they get cold feet, we void it and we tell them that it's only good for 24 hours. Okay. So I'm going to let her take her time and review it. I have it open on a separate tab just so I can address things quick. Oh, what's that noise? I think that's on her phone. Address things quick. But yeah, I mean, while she's doing this, I'm also reviewing the comps. I see the highest sold property is, which one was it? 185. She said her property got appraised last month for 160. We're getting this for 85. I saw a fixer-upper sell 2 months ago for 95. This is minimum at least a 10K assignment, if any. And it's in a good part. Let me see. Yeah, Shreveport. This is not in the middle of nowhere. So it's actually pretty close to the airport. Let me see. So she's still reviewing it. That's good. Thanks, Leadhouse. I mean, you guys have some fire leads today, man. You didn't even send us that many leads, but we got some good ones today. We got about 50% of the ARV, and you guys heard the conversation. They are motivated. Thank you. That is how you do it. Yeah, we're going to start having to do this probably once a month. Let's see. I'm really curious about how AI, like AI for acquisitions and AI for dispo, it's going to be two completely different approaches, right? But on the seller side, you know, it's a lot of emotional overload for some homeowners. Obviously, a robot doesn't have emotions, but I'm really curious to see how it navigates those conversations. Because when people are crying on the phone, what's the robot going to do? You know, not only what they say, but the way they say it. I'm really curious to see what Steve has cooking. I got to get with him again to see what that looks like. But he's working on some really amazing stuff. Okay, so she's still there with me. She's taking her time. She's reviewing it. Let's see. Hey, by the way, Mrs. Saltz, I have a quick question. Are you there?
Yes.
Is this the best contact number that our transaction coordinator can call you as well?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure you don't have a secondary number or anything.
No, this is my main phone.
Okay, just wanted to confirm.
I mean, I do have another phone line, but it's my daughter's or my son's.
Okay, no problem. Sometimes I say that. At first I want to make sure she's still there. You know, and I want to see. Let me see. Oh, that's a task. So she's reviewing it still. All right. Let me look at some more comps here. Dang, this value last year. You know.
Okay.
Let me.
I read over it.
All right. Do you have any questions for me about anything or about the process?
Huh?
Did you have any questions for me about the process or anything?
No, I mean, I've been, like I said, I've been through this a few times now.
Well, this will be your last time, hopefully, right? So,
Yeah.
okay. So it should allow you to click tap to sign on the bottom and then on the top right, finish. So I'll show you the proof. Don't worry. I got to get her signed first. And, you know, just because the seller had a bad experience with somebody else doesn't mean that they're going to have the same experience with you. We've had homeowners that have been under contract with somebody else. And that person, I don't know if they're a wholesaler or flipper, for whatever reason, it didn't work out for them. Don't think that just because it didn't work out for them, it's not going to work out for you. You got to look at things differently. I can provide a different experience. Oh, she signed, by the way.
Okay.
All right. So I got on my end. So here's what's going to happen next. You know, I want to make sure you have a different experience with us. So the next step is our transaction coordinator, Edith. She's going to give you a call within 24 hours. She's going to call you and also do an email introduction. And then we're going to send this over to the title company, and they're closed on the weekend. So that process will get started Monday. And then what we'll do is Edith will coordinate a good day and time that we could actually walk the property. We try to give you a day or two heads up, and we'll actually walk it. So your cameras, whether they're on or off, we're going to be there. And then, once we do the walkthrough and the title search is done, you just let us know when you'd like to close, and we'll move at your pace.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me before I send this over to her?
No.
Perfect. Well, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. And if you have any questions or anything up until then, feel free to text or call this number until she calls you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night. Bye. Oh, I got to show you the proof, right? I got to show you the proof. Look, guys, look at this. This is the second contract in 2 hours. Come on. Let me call Steve. Let me see if he's driving or not or whatever, but let's call Steve and tell him I got one too. Leadhouse. 2 contracts in 2 hours. What do you guys think? You think we should do this on a monthly basis? What do you think? Hey, sir, are you driving?
Yo.
You kind of left us. I was trying to bring you up.
Sorry, yeah, I'm at 6.
I know. It's all good. Hey, I got that contract. So that's 2 contracts in 2 hours. She signed the contract. You're on speaker with everybody, by the way. They're like, "Where's Steve at? We miss Steve."
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I got to pick up my kid from school.
Yeah, kids are more important, guys. But yeah, what'd you think, Steve?
That was awesome. I mean, massive shout out to Leadhouse 365, right? The 2 people we were able to talk to turn into contracts. I mean, can't look a whole lot better than that.
This is what I'm talking about. I got to talk to you about that AI when you got time.
Oh yeah. Find where my daughter's at. But
I gotta go eat dinner. I gotta go eat dinner with my family, but I won't have time right now.
Okay, cool. We talk anytime, man. I think we're gonna change the way sales is done. So.
Yeah, awesome, man. Well, thanks for swinging by. Have a good night.
All right, see ya. Bye.
All right, bye. That's it. That is it. 2 contracts in 2 hours. This is exactly why I want to do this. Let me bring up Craig over here. Craig, what do you think today? What do you think about today, Craig? You're muted, Craig. Hold on. Can't mute.
Can you hear me now?
There it is.
So,
Craig, you're awake? Are you awake?
Who's gonna break the tie, man? Each of you got a deal. Who's it gonna be?
Man, I guess it depends on the projected profit, then, huh?
That's true.
But
true,
I mean,
man.
his ARV was 140. Got her 59. I think my ARV is 185. I got it for was it 80, 85. So
yeah.
we'll see. They got to sell. None of it matters unless they sell. But, you know, he gave you a shout out. This is exactly wanted to do this because I want people to see this live on what it looks like, quality. I had to go through a bunch of numbers to get one. I mean, he got his first phone call. They answered.
Yeah.
I had to go through like 5. But once I got somebody, they are, I mean, you can hear the motivation in their voice and why they want to sell, you know? So
Deep,
I think
man.
today was great, man. I think, what do you think about doing this on a monthly basis, huh?
Yeah, for sure, bro. More the merrier, man. Let's make it happen.
Awesome. Anybody have any questions about anything? Please do this monthly. So smooth. FYI, our clients get leads like this for an average under $150 a pop. Dang.
Sometimes some markets even less than that, depending on where
Dang.
you are. But yeah, they're a fraction of what you'd see.
So you're telling me that I think the average deal size is like 10 to 15 for these two, just hypothetically. You're telling me that I can make 10 to 15 with spending 150.
Hypothetically,
It's
yeah.
possible.
It's
so
possible.
I don't have to buy a $300 lead that's recycled and might not get a hold of them. And do your prices change on your customers, or how does that work?
Yeah, we're flexible with the budget that they have to work with. Although, you know, we can't, sometimes less is more. You know, we can't put the same budget in a D market as we can in an A market and expect the same results. So it varies, as well as, you know, your skills too. Both the Steves guys are top tier closers, so that they've been doing this for years and years and years. So just remember that your sales process and your people skills are everything in this business. We can get you the opportunities, but it's up to you guys to close them.
That's it. Listen, I think today was great. I'm glad everybody got to see what that looked like. I'm glad that we got 2 contracts in 2 hours. I mean, this is just us for an hour each on the phone, really. I mean, can you imagine if somebody signs up, they start getting these leads on a daily basis? I mean, it's game over. So, any last words, Craig, that you want to tell people?
We're here, guys. Just, you know, give us a chance. We'll definitely get you at the closing table.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to put a link here in the chat. If you guys want to know more about them, again, this is not it is an investment. I think it's worth talking to these guys. I mean, the proof's in the pudding. You can see this. I'm going to put a link here on the bottom. I think they could schedule a Calendly, right? With you?
Yeah, that link will have a direct booking to our calendar, and you guys could just, you know, hop on, talk with us. If we're not a right fit, you know, we're still here. We want to make sure you guys are put in the hands of somebody who can help you, because we aren't a good fit for everybody.
Yep. Here's the calendar, guys. Just hear them out. See if it's a good fit. If it is, this is what the things. If you're good at acquisitions, this is what's going to happen. But you have to be good at talking to people. That's really the secret sauce. Is just you have a motivated lead in front of you. You guys saw somebody that wants to sell, needs to sell. Who's going to close it? How are they following up? All that stuff matters. But man, what a great! I think we should start doing this monthly. It's great. We crushed. I think we're crushing Q4 right now, and a lot of that has to do with your leads. So I just want to say thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, let's keep rock and rolling, guys.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I'll see everybody, guys, next time. And by the way, I know I'm doing these live calls here, but something that you guys may not know is I actually do these every single day only in the community. So if you don't know, I have this thing called the Deal Desk Live, and every day I call your leads. You guys can learn a little bit more about what it is and what it does. There's testimonials here. I call your leads live. You can use the scripts, the contracts, all that stuff. But it's a great way with your newer experience. I just like doing these live calls because not only sometimes it can be fun for me, but what's really more fulfilling to me is seeing other people win using a proven strategy. And that's why I love doing this live, right? You saw the good, the bad, the ugly. It went very well, but that's because Steve and I have been doing this for years. But guys, have a great weekend. I will see you guys next time.